When there is a particular group causing an overwhelming amount of the same issue, that group is placed on some kind of list, whether it be by local law enforcement, state law enforcement, or federal law enforcement. They are heavily surveilled and monitored.
Yep.
For example, when there is a pedophile moving into a neighborhood, that individual has to register. They have to let it be known that they are in your area. Like if there's an individual or individuals that seem to be going down the route of terrorism, whether that individual is a foreigner or domesticated, they are monitored closely by the federal government. Same thing with violent gangs. When they come into an area or members of that gang move into an area, they are closely monitored. So why is it that there is one particular group of people that have been causing a lot of death that people simply want to ignore and give a pass to?
What?
Who might that be? Well, let's talk about it. Y'all know who I'm talking about. It's no secret. I've done a few videos before on it. We're talking about the T in the alphabet mob, the transgenders.
I am shocked. Shocked. Well, not that shocked.
It seems like once again, people are dying at their hands.
Oh man. Oh God. Oh man.
And the reason why is being ignored, covered up, not addressed. And that's because those that support that are the same people that pretend to be your friends. And what I mean by your friends, I mean your liberal allies.
Yeah, that was it. That's it.
Let's talk about exactly what I'm referring to here. As you can see, the headline reads, Rhode Island ice rink shooting victims confirmed as shooter's daughter alleges vendetta against the family. The article reads, the trans suspect who opened fire at a Rhode Island ice hockey rink on Monday killed his ex-wife and adult son, authorities said, while his daughter alleged he had a vendetta against his family.
No shit, Sherlock.
Robert Dorgan, 56, fatally shot his ex-wife, Rhonda, at the Dennis M. Lynch Arena in Pawtucket, as well as his son, Aiden, who later died at the hospital. 3 other victims were injured, blah, blah, blah. Not to make light of it, I'm trying to get to a greater point here. The shooter, who identified as transgender, died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Coward.
I just want to make sure people understand that this was one person's vendetta against their family. We were targeted. This was very specific. It wasn't random.
Duh.
And I get that. And she's right. It wasn't random. But what he was is the core theme that has been running through these past few mass shootings.
I mean, that's true.
What I've always said is that the transgender issue, and it's definitely why there are laws passed to stop pushing it on children, it is first and foremost a mental issue.
Preach.
Now people can say, "Oh, Tuck, it's not that. It's something else."
I'm open for another explanation, but it makes sense to me.
When you are convinced that you were born in the wrong body and you want to start lopping body parts off, that is a mental issue.
You damn right.
It's the reason why the laws were passed for the youth. It's also a reason that lawsuits have been filed against transgender surgeons by those people who were transitioned in their youth because they felt that a simple talking to, a simple conversation could have prevented them from getting life altering surgery. But that's another tangent I've done a video on. Let me go further into this point here. Court filings also show Robert Dorgan's then wife initially cited gender reassignment surgery, narcissistic and personality disorder traits in divorce paperwork before grounds were amended to irreconcilable differences. Now, that's where I want to focus on right there. Narcissistic plus personality disorder traits.
He's crazy.
That is my entire point. Same sex stuff, being attracted to someone of the same sex, that's been going on since Bible days. See Sodom and Gomorrah. Oh, wait, you can't.
Damn.
So that isn't necessarily the same thing as transgender. The transgender issue is when you just, for whatever reason, and most of the time it's coming from outside influences, you believe that you are born into the wrong body.
What?
That you are a man that should be a woman, and you are a woman that should be a man.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What about that does not sound like a mental issue? I'll use a better example of it. If someone woke up tomorrow and said, you know what? I feel like I should be a giraffe. You would look at them crazy as shit, rightfully so.
True that. True that.
You would think they were out of their fucking minds. You would have them committed, at the very least seeking some professional help.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that we don't do this here? Because whatever wiring is getting crossed up in our minds, when that wiring finally overloads and snaps, people die.
It's true.
The record has shown it time and time again. But look at some of my older videos. It's nothing new. I've done this before. It's just that now my question is, why aren't these people looked at and watched?
No. He's got a point.
How many more mass shootings done by transgender people is it going to take? And the reason I believe it's not being looked at is part of the liberal agenda. Even though, and please do the research on your own, it has been established that this particular individual was, as they call, extreme right. He had very conservative, extremely so from what they are reporting, that he had very conservative, extremely conservative values and ways. And honestly, if y'all look at some of the photos, y'all see he has an SS tattoo on his bicep. Yes, that SS, how. So it wasn't that he believed in some extreme left-sided, left-wing, or liberal ideology, but the overwhelming amount of people that protect and perpetuate the danger, that the supposedly danger that transgender people are in, are the left. It is. Let me show you this. This comes from another news article that gives a little bit more into what I'm saying about the lefts and the media perpetuation of transgender people are in danger. We're going to go down to the very last two paragraphs. Under the name Roberta Dorgano, Dorgan posted on X that Rhonda Dorgan, his ex-wife, hates the person who stole her husband.
Obviously.
Okay. While posting about the couple's marital troubles in 2018. A year later, Dorgan wrote on social media, trans woman, 6 kids, wife not thrilled, and encouraged people not to let being transgender stop them from creating a family.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Let's pause right there for a second. Transgender absolutely can stop you from having a family in the biological sense. I believe in the more mental and emotional sense as well, but definitely in the biological sense. Men cannot carry children, women cannot shoot sperm.
And that's it.
Continuing on, a day before the shooting, Dorgan responded on X to an anti-transgender post by actor Kevin Sorbo, played Hercules on the Hercules TV show, and InfoWars conspiracy theorist Alex Jones by saying that constant criticism of transgender people is why we go berserk.
That's bullshit.
Ignoring the adjectives and the bias in that statement, and an anti-transgender post and conspiracy theorist, Alex Jones. But that post simply said, let me see if I can find it for you. Here it is. The day before the shooting, Robert Dorgan posted on X about going berserk after an actor insisted that Representative Sarah McBride, Delaware, is a man. Well, she is. In 2020, McBride became the first openly transgender person elected. In my personal opinion, I don't care what you want to call yourself, but if you were born a man, you're a man.
Wait a second. A man has the right to change his name to whatever he wants to change it to. And if a man wants to be called Muhammad Ali, God damn it, this is a free country. You should respect his wishes and call the man Muhammad Ali.
His mama named him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to play a woman, play a woman. But I'm gonna call you a man. That's how you were born. But the point in all that being, you saw the news article, anti-transgender post and conspiracy theorists, by addressing and calling someone by what they were biologically born as is somehow anti-transgender.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's just factual. But it is that type of perpetuation. It is that type of cover-up. It's that type of feeding into this or creating this grand narrative that transgender people are under some kind of attack. When you are dealing with people that are already mentally unstable, it won't take much to push them over the edge. Or even worse, when they realize that the edge you push them over isn't right, about decisions that they made that they can't unmake. So that's why I say the first and foremost thing about the transgender issue is it is a mental health issue first.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Everything falls under that. Y'all have people going through identity crisis, and instead of addressing the issue, talking to them, you feed into their bullshit narrative or into what's popular, get them to go down a particular path. And when they realize that that path is wrong, but they can't undo what they've done, yeah, they lose their mind. Now, with this particular individual, you see that he already had issues. I mean, yeah, again, go do the research. That was a very tumultuous marriage he was in. But I want to talk about the disingenuousness of this particular topic here, this event. Have you noticed that for the last two transgender shootings, where are the cries for all the gun control?
Good question.
You haven't heard them. Where are all the cries for we must protect the children?
Won't somebody please think of the children?
You haven't heard it. Because they know that when you pull out the list of the last, let's say 8 mass shootings, I do believe off the top of my head, 6 of them fall under the LGBT alphabet mob people, under that T. And if they ain't T, they non-binary. They're all this crazy mixed up shit that the media and the left perpetuates. It is a mental health issue. I stand on that. If you don't think it's an issue, prove me wrong. And since it is an issue, why aren't there calls? I mean, when it was straight white men doing all the mass shooting, the first thing people run to, gun control, gun control, gun laws, gun control, gun control. Well, now that this string of shootings has fallen under the alphabet mob purview, we're not going to say shit. We're not even going to talk about the gun control aspect of it. Isn't that funny? As I said in the beginning, any other group of people responsible for any heinous crimes or acts, they are monitored and put on somebody's list. Yet we let these T's out here do whatever the fuck they want. And we know that they obviously have some kind of mental issue.
Period.
Well, that's all I have for you on this particular topic. If you like what you heard, click that like button. If you like it and want to hear more, hit the subscribe button, press the notification bell, and you'll know every single time that I upload. Leave a comment down below. Share me out there. Love me, hate me, agree or disagree. Let's get a conversation going, because that is the most important thing. I thank you for your time. And once again, this is your man, Big Brother Tucker, representing Free Mind Thinkers, reminding you to always stand up, stand out, think differently, and I'll holler.